I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Kawhi.
He's gone.
Why did he leave?
Who called that one, huh? Kawhi going to LA. Christ.
Well, I think a lot of people thought he was going to go to LA, but they're thinking the Lakers.
Yeah.
I got really invested in basketball, Kawhi, Drake, the Raptors over the last little while. Like, I've been reading into it more basketball news than ever before. Like, I'm fully on top of B-ball right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kawhi, he went home. He won his championship. He wanted to go back home to LA. Signed for big money. He made the team give up like 10 first-round draft picks and also trade for another player so that he would sign there. And then, now they got him. Now that we got
him.
A bunch of teams with a couple of star players on it, apparently.
Yeah, well, it'll be
whatever team LeBron's on, whatever team Kawhi's
on. Yeah, LeBron's on the Lakers.
He's on the Lakers.
He's the other LA team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if LeBron and Kawhi were together. Damn, that'd have been good. Oh well. I think that's what my prediction was him going to the Lakers.
Well, that's what everyone was saying, was he's going to go to the Lakers or stay in Toronto. And then he just pulls, like Kawhi does, if you know him, pulls a fast one on all of us and does a quick 180. He's going to the Clippers. Yeah. Classic Kawhi.
Classic. I feel like the whole country is just reeling right now, the basketball community.
How many flights does that guy take to different cities for like interviews?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember when it was all being like televised? It was like live footage of him flying in and out.
Imagine if there was like planes following his planes, just like Kawhi watched. Like, he's in the plane. We got a view of the plane right now because we're in a plane. Yeah.
Yes.
Man, that's when you know you made it big time. I kind of envision that happening for Patio Lanterns when we go around to scout out for new guests.
Touring? Are we going to be one of those podcasts that does a live show? They do that,
yeah.
like those big ones. They do a live show, and you can buy tickets to go see them. What would we? I don't know what you do there. Like, would we just sit on stage and talk to each other, and then everyone else?
I feel like we just do an episode like normal, and people just watch. Isn't that what they do anyway?
I think that is what they do, but when I say it out loud and I use our podcast as an example, it sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, like no one's going to pay money to watch me and you up on stage. A couple of hacks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why people listen to this thing, to be honest. I mean, I know why, but I don't at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here. We've done like 60 episodes now. Got I was just looking at the statistics. We're doing well. We're doing really well, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yes, we're peaking. We're cornering we're venturing out. Let's just say that, we've taken on the sex playlist market. We've taken on the NBA market, the South Korean market, of course. That's old news.
That's old news. Been there, kind of saturated. But I'm really going to start to dive into the Sasquatch market. We had a great show with Mr. Keith Cook Carlson Ross out in Gold River, BC. And now that I'm on the island, I've been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people coming up to me on the street saying, "Ryan, you got to go face to face with Keith Cook Carlson Ross, and maybe actually get a podcast where you can hear him talk this time." Because there's so much knowledge just waiting there to be recorded, So
and this isn't a podcast that really usually emits a lot of knowledge. So if we have the chance to sit down with someone like Keith Cook Carlson Ross and you guys can all take that all in, I mean, that's something special. And Keith didn't get a fair shake last time due to the audio.
He didn't get a fair shake.
Technical difficulties.
But he seemed like such a nice guy.
Goddamn thing.
Do you have any parting words for us, Keith?
we talked to him for like half an hour and used like 5 minutes of it, and it just didn't make any sense.
Oh God, yeah, that was bad. Got to give that guy another shot out here. Maybe even, do I dare go on an actual squatch with him? Just me and Keith Cook Carlson Ross out in the woods looking for squatch.
That would be something, especially
and then report
if you could
back on the show.
Especially if you could get some sort of, even if you could get some video or audio out of that too itself.
Yeah.
That would be something special.
Maybe we could do an episode in the field. I'll take a little audio recorder with me, and so I can just kind of take a little snippet of Sasquatch noises or Keith noises or me noises. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think that's something you'd actually be interested in? Is hooking up with Keith and going out for a
I wouldn't be saying it on the show if I wasn't at least interested in the prospect of going squatching with Keith Cook Carlson Ross.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Wonder if Keith probably doesn't listen to us, does he?
I don't. Keith, if you're listening,
is he a guy that listens to podcasts?
I don't know what Keith does besides squatching.
Yeah.
He's a man of mystery. I know he's a big Facebook presence with the Vancouver Island Sasquatch Investigation
That is
Squad.
his medium. That's his medium of choice. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Okay. Anyways, well, let's try and work something out there. Randy, we were a little concerned about tonight's episode. We were wondering, would the show go on? Would the show go on? Because we heard there was a big thunderstorm coming in over your area and as well as mine, and we're wondering if that would shut us down.
But so here we are.
What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Over here, I just saw a beautiful rainbow. The storm's passed. Everything's good to go. It was torrential downpour earlier today. Hardest I've seen it rain since I've moved here. It was just, you go outside for like half a second and you're just soaked. Absolutely soaked.
Half a second?
Half a second. I did it. I went out there for half a second. Just a quick flip. Just a little of that.
Yeah.
It's just
soaked.
Drenched.
It's like someone dumped a bucket of water on you.
Oh, absolutely. Just walk back into the office just soaked.
Yeah. It was, we had a severe thunderstorm warning here as well. And it poured down, but it's nice out now, just like Courtney there. It's beautiful. But we had an extra big rainstorm on Friday, and our drain in our driveway is
clogged.
It's troublesome, to say the least. It doesn't drain well. So what happens is we're kind of on the driveway slopes down towards our house and garage, and so the rain, it just pools up. Once it starts pouring down rain for a little while, it pools up at the bottom of the driveway, and the drain kind of does jack all until it stops raining. So it forms a bit of a pond. It was like I got PTSD from my toilet. For my toilet overflowing, except this was on another level, another scale.
This was another level past?
And yes, another level past that. And to make matters worse, I was home alone this weekend. So I had no...
I know how scared you get when you're by yourself, too.
You're right. I had no support. Like last time I was knocking down doors. Help! No, help! And this time it was just me. So I was concerned that it was going to all, if it kept raining, it was going to leak into the garage. Because apparently while I was away over the long weekend, that did happen a little bit. So I was monitoring the situation. Thankfully, that didn't happen. It didn't get into the garage. But a small lake formed, and I had to, watch my step, I guess you could say. Huh. Yeah. So the drain sucks. I guess is the point.
Or it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck anything up.
Right. Right. Yeah. It doesn't suck.
Yeah. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Kurt, I think it's time for another one of my power moves of the week. And this is a power move that's happened to me. That happened to me last week. So G&V, Jeff Kitson, friend of the show, former Disgraced co-host, and Sean Verb, who I don't know really listens to the show or not. Anyway, they owed me some money. They owed me some money from the big boys weekend and Canada Day Long weekend, and they sent me an e-transfer. And the power move is just like doing like just crazy e-transfer questions. Just like they make you answer things that you don't want to answer, So Sean Verb, he sends it's like, all right, $188. What is your real name? I type in Ryan. Ryan doesn't work. He wants me to put Randy. So I have to type in Randy. I'm like, all right, sure. I go with Jeff. He puts in, what's your mom's name? Oh, Christ. So I have to type in Kathy. It's just like, what the fuck? I had to like just type this shit in to get to get my money.
I thought it was going to be worse. I thought it was gonna be worse.
It could get worse. It could get a lot worse. I think it's hilarious.
It might escalate.
I'm not sure if I told this story on the podcast or not of me doing that for rent money. So there's this one girl I used to live with, and each time there was rent money, I'd say like, look under your desk, and there would be a note under her desk, and be like, do this and do that, and be like 12 different things. Like to have to take like half an hour of her time to go through this treasure hunt to get the final clue to get her money. So anyways, that's my power move.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass, but you gotta do it if you want your money.
Why? Why do you gotta do that?
Why? No, like they have to do it if they want their money. Yeah,
that's so annoying. That is so annoying. I would be just peeved.
It's the absolute power move, guys.
That's right. I'd feel powerless in that situation because you would have the power.
I was powerless when Jeff's asked me to type in my mom's name as that for my cash. Like, what do I? That's always a tough one. It's a tough one. Do I not type in my mom's name? Do I not take the $188? I'm taking the $188.
Just type it in.
Type it in. Just do it.
Yeah. I haven't really, I've kept it simple. I haven't, I've sent a lot of e-transfers in my day, but I haven't made anyone go through a series of challenges or puzzles to get the answer.
Yeah, each one more intricate than the last.
Yes. I could potentially do that because I pay my roommate all the rent money, and then he takes all of our money and pays the landlord. So I could potentially make it tricky for him.
Yeah, I think you should. It's the perfect thing to do when you have too much time on your hands, like near you. Perfect, just perfect.
Yeah. I don't know what I could. Maybe I'll think of something. We'll see. Well, yeah, sit on that one. Let that one.
Let's do.
Marinate. That's a good word for a while. Hey, Randy. Hey. We were talking about water. Okay. So I watched this movie. It's called Aquaman. Okay. And
I've heard of it.
It's about this man who he's like part Atlantean, so he like swims well and breathes underwater. And I had a couple pet peeves. The one was he wears jeans when he is swimming around.
Some denim?
And like denim. Like denim all the time. No shirt on, but he wears jeans. So I'm thinking, like he doesn't wear the shirt, which is fine. Like he's comfortable, but then he throws the jeans. It's got to be the least comfortable, the least practical thing you can wear in water or to wear wet.
Yikes.
Like he goes up on land too. He's not just in water. Like he'll swim around and then he'll go up on land and like walk around Italy or
that's nice. With
whatever.
Some nice dry jeans.
No, wet jeans.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So I had a question for you. Like you don't like wet jeans. You agree with me, right?
Oh yeah, the chafing. Just forget about it.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Chafing. Like if you walk around with wet jeans, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster right down there.
So I had a would you rather for you, Randy.
Okay, yeah, hit me.
Randy, would you rather walk around in wet jeans all the time, 24/7, 365 days a year?
I can never take them off.
Never take them off. Never take them off. And they're always wet.
Oh.
Or with every new thought that comes into your head, you have to sit down. You actually have to physically sit down and focus on it. Like you can't multitask in the slightest. Like you can't be walking and then be thinking about something other than walking in that direction. Like even if you wanted to turn right, you'd have to sit down and think about it, like plan it out. And then you get up and like focus on that, and then every new thought you'd have to sit down and rethink it because you really need to focus on it. You really need to focus on it.
I can't just stand, or I can't stand. I have to sit down and think about this. Like I'm walking around. I want to turn right. I have to sit down, think about turning right, stand back up, and then turn right.
Yeah, like you got to plan it out. And you have like you can't just plan out a series of moves. Like I'll allow you to plan out standing up and then walking a couple steps and then turning right. That's fine.
Okay.
But you can't really plan into the future at all because every time you're going to have to sit down and really focus on what you're doing to actually do the action or do like anything, any kind of thought like math or like thinking about this blue sky, anything. You got to sit down, really just furrow your brow.
Okay.
Yeah.
How wet are the jeans?
Like they're soaking wet.
Like I'm dripping? Am I dripping when I'm walking around everywhere?
Yeah. That's a
or
good
does it
question.
stay like, are my legs dry or they're always wet too?
I'll say you're not dripping.
Okay.
Your legs, I mean, you don't get to take them off, but your legs, if you took them off, your legs would be like damp and your hair would be kind of like wet.
Okay.
And you'd be like slimy almost because you'd feel your hand and there'd be like water on it, on your leg. And then if you sit on a chair, like a leather chair, you're definitely going to leave like a nice wet mark on it.
So
but you're not dripping. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one of them, just physical discomfort, kind of weird. Like this guy always has wet jeans, but he can function in society for the most part. The other one, this guy, you can't really do anything. Oh, you can do anything, but you have to be very deliberate, I guess.
You have to be deliberate and thoughtful. Yeah, I mean, it takes time.
I feel like I could master that, maybe. Just being very okay, I'm going to turn right. Fuck off. Like, I'm going to turn right, and then I have to, okay.
What do you mean? You can't master it.
I can't get better at the thought process thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to sit down every time though. You got to.
So you gotta. You can't. You got to think this through. Okay, I'm gonna go with the jeans, wet jeans.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take the physical discomfort.
It's awful.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I don't know what my legs would do after decades of this.
That is just terrible.
I feel like they'd adapt to it all.
How? Like would you just grow something, or
legs are covered in sores all the time? I'm just kind of used to it. I don't know what would happen. I don't like it though.
I guess that's part of the fun.
What would you do?
I'd probably do the same, to be honest. Sitting down and like every time you have to have a new thought, it's just a pain in the. No, you can't have a conversation.
Anyway.
You have to sit down and think about it for a moment at least. No, that's brutal. Wet jeans, bad though.
But better.
But better than the other crappy idea. Way better.
Yeah. Okay. I got a listener question for you here. Would you rather have the body of Danny DeVito or Fat Bastard from Austin Powers?
Probably Danny DeVito.
I go with Danny DeVito. It'd be funny. Like, you have the same hairstyle and everything.
Can I have his voice and stuff too?
Oh yeah, you get it. Yeah. The Fat Bastard is a good voice too.
I don't know. Danny DeVito's the whole package.
He's the man. He's the fucking man. Yeah. Just 4 foot nothing Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I mean the height definitely helps the humor. Like, it just makes
it's funny. Like,
it's
having just
funny,
like this 4 foot guy out there,
relax.
I can't, like, it's not. I don't know when it's not going to be funny for me. Like, just the physical humor of having this Danny DeVito like man out there. It's too much. Too much. Oh.
Yeah, Danny DeVito easily. Okay. Fat Bastard. It just I don't know if that's funny or that's sickly. I feel sick.
Sick. Okay.
Danny DeVito. I feel happy knowing that he's out there wandering around, terrorizing the town. Whatever. Yeah. Do we want to move to the Song of the Summer update?
Move along.
Okay, so we had a few suggestions from, let's just say, a friend of the podcast. We got lots of those. Did you have a chance to listen to all 3 that came into our mailbox?
I did. Okay. I did. I got a couple of thoughts about some of them. What's your favorite one? So
I'll just name them real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play them, or I mean, they might come in after the fact, but I'm not gonna put them on right now while we're talking. So Blink-182, Feeling This, The Dip, Sure Don't Miss You.
Yeah, never heard of those guys before.
And Amil and the Sniffers. Got You.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with Blink-182's song "Feeling This."
Yeah, feeling this. It's just an all-around
I'm feeling
banger.
this song.
I'm feeling it. Like, it's just, it gets the boys going. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just Blink-182. It's always gonna get me going. Like, I love them. It's timeless. They're timeless guys. Like Blink-182. Any of those guys. You know, I love punk rock. Feeling This.
I know.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for me as
Easy
well.
Up.
It's just a timeless classic. I love the song. Definitely could be good summer tune blasting out there. The second one,
Sure Don't Miss. Oh, the Dip, Sure Don't Miss You.
Yeah,
pretty good actually. I thought it was pretty good. Never heard of them.
Never heard the song. Yep. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know, possibly deserves to be on our nomination list.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's kind of like
it's upbeat. You know, it's good stuff.
Yeah, upbeat, warm.
Describe it.
It's kind of like folky, or I don't know how to describe. I don't know music. I just listen to it. Yeah. And then I googled the Dip. I googled them, and there's actually a remix or something from I guess the artist or band or group is called Bunt, and so they actually have like an electronic remix. So I was listening to that just before coming on here, and I might need to spend some more time with that because that could be interesting as well. Just a quick little electronic remix.
Right.
The last song, "Got You" by Amil and the Sniffers. This one's a little I'm a little unsure about.
A little out there for me. It's gonna be a thumbs down actually from Rydog.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling this, and I sure don't miss this song. So,
you're what? You just we're talking about the Got You song now.
Yeah, I said I'm not feeling this, and I sure don't miss this song by
Feeling This is Blink-182.
Yeah, I'm referencing the others. I'm saying I'm not feeling this song. And I sure don't miss
this. It's called
Got You by Emil.
Feeling This.
Yeah, I get that. I'm it's a play on words because I don't like Got You.
Oh. You don't? Okay. I think I understand. Yeah.
You see I'm not feeling
yeah, you confused me when you started saying you started talking about a different song midway in your sentence there.
Yeah, I got to keep up here. Jesus.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs down too. You know what? It's gotten better each time I've listened to it. So it is kind of growing on me in a musical sense, but it just still doesn't feel like it belongs for Song of the Summer type contention. Yeah. So that's a thumbs down, but we'll consider the other two. So thank you, anonymous friend of the podcast, for those nominations, and everyone else. You're slacking. Get some more noms in. We love to shout them out on here.
Keep them coming.
The ones that I keep going back to: Dirt Road Anthem. No. My Kind of Party by Jason Aldean and Bud Light Blue by Coffee Anderson.
Oh, forget Bud Light Blue. We can't give him the same award. We already stripped him of it.
I know, but he's
not in the running.
It is so good, though.
Oh, I know it's so good. But
you have to admit it, though. But My Kind of Party is unbelievable.
Jason Aldean, I'm really liking that one lately.
So I definitely love that on our Song of the Summer nominee list. I just love it.
I don't know if I could nominate on behalf of Jeff Kitson, Louisiana Saturday Night. That's a classic Jeff song. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to make it all the way, but I just want to have it on there for contention.
Yeah, I'll write that one down. Folks, you guys, if you stuck around last episode, you would have heard it at the very end.
By Mel McDaniel.
Saturday. Who is it by?
Mel McDaniel.
Mel. That's a hell of a name.
Hey, Mel.
McDaniel. Mel McDaniel. Yeah, Louisiana Saturday Night. Yeah, it's actually a pretty catchy song. I'm not going to lie, Jeff.
Not going to lie.
Blasting out of Vancouver would have been quite the scene. Quite the scene. Oh, yeah. What did I... Okay.
So is it safe to say Jason Aldean's leading the polls?
I wouldn't know. I don't know if it's safe to say. I got to review my list, but it is... leading the polls.
It's leading the polls. You know, what's that one? Call me Earl. No, is it?
Call on me. Call me maybe.
Call me. I think it's Call Me Earl. You know that song? No, that's not it. Call me.
Call me anytime. Yeah, call me. Call me. La 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 la. I have it here, don't I? Call me. You can call me Al.
Call Al. It's not Earl. It's Al. That one's okay. Call me Al. That one's yeah. That one slipped for me. That one slipped a little bit.
It did. Yeah, you were really high on that one.
I was high on Call Me Al, and forget it.
Yeah, you know, I like the song, but I was never super high on it for Song of the Summer.
Yeah.
So
I just love the
doesn't quite make
week. Blah 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 blah.
Randy, I'm going to read an excerpt from a piece. If you don't mind.
An excerpt.
I'm going to do a reading, and I want to a poem. You could say a poem.
Did you write this poem?
This is not my work, people. I know once you start listening to it, it might sound like something I would write. I was a spectacular writer in high school, which was a few years ago now. Students everywhere were captivated by my B+ homework.
Incredible.
Incredible. But no, not my work. So we'll get into the details afterwards. I just want to maybe get your thoughts. I'm just going to read the first couple paragraphs here. It's just going to be a brief, 6 or 7 minute pause in our regular discussion here. Will you allow me to get into this, Randy?
Please.
Okay, let me just get this. Okay. I heard a glass shatter on the wall in the apartment above mine. At first I thought that I was dreaming, but then I heard the voice of a girl, and it sounded like she'd been crying. Now I'm too worried to be sleeping. So I took the elevator to the second floor, walked down the hall, and then I knocked upon her door. She opened up, and I asked about the things I've been hearing. She said, "I think your ears are playing tricks on you." Sweater zipped up to her chin. "Thanks for caring, sir. That's nice of you. But I have to go back in. Wish I could tell you about the noise, but I didn't hear a thing." She said, "It must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. It must have been the wind." She said, "It must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. It must have been the wind." And my little excerpt. What did you think, Randy? What are your thoughts? I know you're probably confused. I couldn't help myself from cracking up at the end. It's just there was a lot of repetitiveness, and I don't know. I was just laughing at what Randy might be looking like on the other end.
If you're trying to picture my face right now, it's one of puzzled, kind of like, like is there something more?
I know that.
Like some kind of like something more here, or is it just
a bunch of words? Think? What do you think, Randy? Do you remember when we got Avi to dissect a poem? We got him to that was analyze a reading. That was good too. But so I'm asking something similar.
I don't have the poetic skills of Avatar Dollywall. But let's see here.
Yeah.
It must be the wind. It must be the wind.
It must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
So that was called. That wasn't the whole thing, but that was called "Must Have Been the Wind."
Oh yeah. What gave it away there?
Benjamin. And Randy.
Well, I think Alec was just trying to fill his word count, to be honest.
Randy, I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Sit down, son. That was actually lyrics to a song that was recently released by Alec Benjamin. And I got to tell you, very catchy. Been listening to a lot since I added it to my phone, I think, yesterday. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I really wanted to put that out there in a dramatic, interesting way by reading it to you like that, so that you'd be all confused and give me that face on that other line.
Man. Oh, that face was there for sure. Dude.
But no, that's a song. It's not a real poem. It's a song, okay. And I really like it. I don't know if it's upbeat enough to be song of the summer, but it's definitely on my mind right now.
Okay.
The wind.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah. Give it a listen, folks. This guy's going places. He's between Randy and I in age. That's crazy.
Prime.
He could join us on the podcast. He could ditch his career and join us.
Yeah.
I might message
this guy in this show. Yeah.
Come on
over. We can just read poems the whole time here. Read your songs like they're poems on a comedy podcast.
Should we make that a regular...
We're the poetry podcast.
We are. Thank you. We are the poetry podcast, folks. Yeah. Don't ever forget it.
It'd be great just to do like an in-depth analysis with him on the show, and just nothing makes sense. Just diving into every single word like you know what you're talking about, but just making shit up.
So what do you mean by wind?
Does the wind represent the changing state of their mood? I mean... The different stages of their lives come and go with the wind, and they can hear it between the floorboards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what?
Okay, Randy.
Hey.
Enough with the music.
Forget about it.
If you know me, people that know me know that I'm a bit of an entrepreneur, right?
Ooh.
And
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I'm gonna cut that out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I've come up with lots of things on this podcast. I believe, like there was a weird alarm clock.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There was some other stuff I think that's going places. But what about this? And this has probably been thought of before, but I'm going to take credit for it. So cologne that just smells like food. Food cologne. You can get pizza, chicken, pasta, wine. We call it wine food. Seafood, shrimp, lasagna, bacon and eggs.
That's interesting.
Bagels.
That's really interesting. Eggs would go over well for perfume for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
pastries.
Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. As a couple of guys here, a couple of straight guys, women love food. Am I wrong?
They fucking love it. Yeah,
they love it.
Man. They love it.
They love it. Mm-hmm. So, barring any weird exceptions,
just go on a date.
They'd love it.
Do you smell like French fries? There's no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Thank you.
That's my. Yeah.
That's what you said.
Thank you very much. I do.
She'd be smitten after that.
Right. Oh. That would be.
Dude, yeah.
I think that would work. If you got it'd have to be the right one. You don't want a cologne that smells I mentioned seafood. You probably don't want a seafood smelling cologne. That would be the extreme cases, maybe, if you knew what somebody else liked and they were into seafood.
They love the smell of the beach. And they
just the beach, that's a different thing. But yeah,
spray just.
I guess you could do an ocean spray, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I'm thinking more the bacon and eggs, the pastries, pastas maybe.
What do girls like? Nutella? I like the wine idea. You just have wine as a spritzer. You just spritz yourself with wine pretty much.
Yeah.
You literally pour wine, your favorite smelling wine, a really aromatic one, into the cologne bottle, seal it up, sell it for $100. Spritz.
Boom.
Spritz away.
We're rich.
Man, colognes cost so much money.
I've never bought my own cologne, but I believe they do.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
And I always have to walk through the cologne department and perfume in the airport.
Yeah.
You go to a big airport and they walk you through the mall. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Get me out of there.
Yeah.
I just want to catch my flight.
You just want to get to the food court already.
I mean, at least, If they filled that cologne, the department with food cologne, that would probably draw a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
If it smelled like the food court in there.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the way to make more business. Just have your store.
Sweet and sour pork. Just Chinese food. Do you wash your clothes? Why do you smell like old Chinese food?
There's one of the bathrooms at the gym that I go to downstairs. It smells like Subway in there. It smells, and I think Subway always smells good. Yeah. And so I walk in there and I'm just it's great to be in there. I want to spend as much time as I can in there. So you just put that into a normal department store, and that's something that's I'm right. Somebody write that down.
Somebody
and steal it from us.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'd love to see that go viral.
If you could tag us, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Throw us a little commish. Couple of royalties.
Do you want to give us a follow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be worth it, right?
I think so. I'll let you have it.
Food colognes. Food cologne from Kurt.
Food cologne.
Kurt Youell. Youell food cologne. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be big, man.
I like it. Like where it's going.
I like it a lot.
Big things
are Chinese food one.
That's the weirdest one.
I feel like it worked for a very niche group of girls.
Yes.
It's all about being niche out there. Like, you got to find out what this girl loves and put it in a cologne. And she'll be flattered. They went through so much effort and kind of freaked out.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say more like freaked out.
Probably freaked out. Yeah. But alternatively, for all our female listeners, I think I would enjoy some kind of like barbecue perfume on you.
Oh God! Oh God!
It's a big back.
I don't know. Like if my girlfriend smelled like barbecue sauce all the time, or a big smoky, burnt kind of smell all the time,
cheese, smoky, just campfire barbecue. Just put it in the bowl. That would get old real fast. But for the first date, I would, yeah, oh yeah, that would be good. What would be your, if there's a
dream perfume?
Yeah, for your lady.
Fuck. I mean, it would probably be a food related thing. It would probably be like a pastry or like a bakery type smell, maybe. Like fresh Subway, bread would be great. Bakery. Hey,
like a Subway / bakery smell.
What do you smell?
Bread. No, you like Subway bakery kind of.
Yeah, I mean the Subway I think smells great. For example, I think you can get better than that if you go to like an actual legitimate sweet ass bakery. But Subway is like a recognizable chain type smell. Like people know Subway. I think people know anything. Okay. Yeah, bread. I guess bread gets me off.
Bread. Okay.
Bread does it.
That's where we differ. I can't
take notes.
Bread's not going to get me going, girls.
Send me it in the mail.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work over here. Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce and bread. We are the Poetry Podcast.
I heard glass shatter on the wall in the apartment above mine. At first I thought that I was dreaming, but then I heard the voice of a girl and it sounded like she'd been crying. Now I'm too worried to be sleeping, so I took the elevator to the second floor, walked down the hall and then I knocked upon her door. She opened up and I asked about the things I've been hearing. She said, I think your ears are playing tricks on you. Sweater zipped up to her chin. Thanks for caring, sir, that's nice of you, but I have to go back in. Wish I could tell you about the noise, but I didn't hear a thing.